Welcome to the Prospector Prologue for 2024. To kick things off, we have the Prologue. It's a shorter stage to get the legs going, but it's in no means any less challenging. Approximately 18 kilometres with just under 600 metres of elevation gain. Largely single track, making up all of that distance. So it's a good chance to sort out the positions and establish a bit of a pecking order for the weekend. But also helps to calm your nerves once you've got the first race jitters out of the way. So the way that the Prologue works, we have our race HQ at Centennial Park in Alexandra. This is just around the corner from Pioneer Park in the centre of town, down by the Maniakia River. So from here we have a rollout under the race chute, through the race chute and under the race banner. From here, it's a neutral liaison along the river track beside the Maniakia River, up and across the road bridge to the start, which is at the Matangi Mountain Bike Park car park. So this is a couple of kilometres, and we'll roll you out here approximately 10-15 minutes before your wave race start. So there's no rush to make it along here. From the start at the Matangi car park, you'll be lined up in your orders, which you should all be familiar with, being posted online and through the WhatsApp group. But we'll reaffirm this order with you here, and then we'll set you off at 30-second intervals. So the course is largely unchanged from last year if you've done it before. Otherwise, mostly single track. The first kilometre or so is along a water race, pretty flat, nice and fast, get the legs going, and then you double back on yourself, head back past the start, cross the road here. So we have traffic management and marshals in place, but be aware it is a public road that we're crossing there. Along past the shaky bridge and into the rock garden. And just while we're here, is to note that this is a really good spot for spectators. So if you've got anyone coming along to watch, just over the shaky bridge, and you'll see the riders coming down the track on the other side of the road and up, heading into the rock garden track. So from here, this is the start of the major climb in the Prologue. So from here, it's all uphill for the next 3 or 4K. Up the rock garden, which is in this gully, and then you work your way on to the roundup climb, which is a bit steeper, zigzag climb up the face here. Work your way all the way up to this top ridge line. From here, once you've got a chance to catch your breath, you will go through this forest, pop out of the trees, and then you're into the top paddock or top section of the Prologue course here, which has a couple of long, fast flowing gully sort of style descents, some off-camber corners. Things are a bit loose out there, so be careful on those corners, and then a couple of shorter climbs as well. So it's a lot of up and down in here, a lot of ins and outs, some tight turns, a couple of water race sections again. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot to keep you busy. There's not a lot of respite, unfortunately, but it is fun riding in here. The most important thing is just to check your speed on any of the fast descents. As I said before, there's a couple of off-camber corners that can catch you out. We've got multiple marshals in place in this section to make sure you're still on the right track and keep you safe. You do a bit of respite through the top paddock here, past the double gates, before you work your way up to the top of the descent. And so this, as you can see, we have two options here, easy and hard. This is where things get interesting, and this is where our changes for this year. So if you raced the Prologue last year, easy track is the KTM descent that we've done in the past. So that's down through the trees and gully here. So what we've done this year is we've added in an extra challenge for those that are up for it. It's an advanced track, so we, expert riders. If you're comfortable with that level of riding, of course it is rideable on a cross-country bike. It's not an enduro track, but it will test your skills. So there is some reward. It is slightly faster, around 10-20 seconds faster. But that is, of course, if you are able to ride it all. So if you're not sure, stick with the easy line, play it safe, get home safely and all in one piece. But if you are wanting that extra challenge, down the single malt track, it's an awesome track, beautiful views on the ridgeline, and then a cool tight twisty descent down into the gully where you'll meet up with the AC track and have the same finish as those that have come down KTM. So yeah, I can't stress enough that this is optional. It's not allocated by wave, but if either wave, you're welcome to choose either way. But we do, enforce that it is an expert track, and only those riders that are capable of it would take that on. The main feature on the single malt track is the steep section towards the bottom. A couple of really tight off-camber turns zigzagging down here. We've got a marshal at the top. He'll warn you when you're at this section, but you really have to manage your speed here. If you pick up too much speed, there's nowhere to run off apart from down the hillside. Trails will be merging here. Again, we have a marshal here to help with this, but just be mindful whether you're coming from KTM or single malt that you may be merging with other riders. The last couple of K, you have a stile to cross a fence line in here, and then the last couple of K down AC out to the finish, which is just at the exit, just past the sewage ponds, where you'll cross the timing mat, and that's where your time is taken. So after that, you're no longer racing, and you neutral roll back down Graveyard Gully to the Shaky Bridge, where you can cross safely and back to race HQ. So have a lot of fun. There's some pretty exciting stuff out there, but remember, it's just the start. The next 2 big days are where it will all play out, and we want you to make it through safely. All right, good luck everyone, and we'll see you out there.